Well, it's April 18th, day 4 in this project, and I'm pleased to see that everything is still standing. Yesterday was terrific wind and heavy rain, and everything seems to be standing square and straight. I guess at least it withstood its first storm. Now to get started on the roof trusses. Well, that's almost all the pieces for the trusses roof rafters cut out, and I've got one put together. I wanted to show you some of the things that I bought from Lee Valley that have made this task a little bit easier. It came with this little metal template that you just put over the 2x4 and measure the length. Each one is supposed to be 5 foot 5 and 5/8 of an inch long. That gives you the correct angle to saw, which makes that part of the task a lot easier. Then there's this metal part here that goes up in the peak, and that creates the correct angle for the roof line. There are some more metal parts that I'll show you later on that go on the top of the wall to help fasten the rafter to the top of the wall. But it was a fairly expensive kit. I think shipping and all, it cost me about $90, but this is the part of the job that I was concerned with getting right, and I think this really was worth the money. It will not only make good, sturdy, solid trusses, but they'll all be the same angle and whatever. There's all 5 of the trusses completed, and the metal plates and my power drill screwdriver made that a relatively easy job. Now to install the metal brackets like this. You can see that it's not installed, it's just laying up there. They go on the top sill to receive the bottom of the truss on both sides of the building. So that's the next phase, I guess. Well, I have all the metal parts installed, and I'm ready to start putting the trusses up. The first one is sitting up there. It's taken a little bit longer than I thought it would, mainly because I ruined a bit that went with the type of screws that came with the kit, and it just wouldn't drive them anymore. I rounded the shoulders on a Robinson bit. So I had another package of wood screws with a star bit included. I'd never used a star bit before. It's different than a Phillips, more points. Anyway, I had to back out some of the screws with vice grips, ones that didn't go the whole way in, and then replace them with these other wood screws that I had. Seemed to work well. They're all installed now anyway, and I'm beginning to stand up the trusses. Well, these are the metal brackets that I'm talking about that I got from Lee Valley. These are the ones that are on the top of the sill, the top of the wall. That accepts the rafter. You just put it down in there, and there's 3 places on the opposite side where you put wood screws to hold it in place after you've got them balanced, so there's the right amount of rafter sticking out on both sides of the building. Well, that took a little longer than I thought it would. A lot of these things seem to take a little longer than I thought they would. A bit tedious, getting everything plumb and level, and making sure you have the same amount of overhang on both sides of the building, that sort of thing. But I suppose it's all worth it in the long run. It makes for a better roof line and a more solid building. But I don't know how much more I'll get done today. I'll fool around for a little while longer anyway. Well, it's day 5, and the goal for today is to sheathe in the 2 end walls. As you can see, I've got a start on the back wall. That wasn't too difficult, raising that one by myself and getting it there. I'm going to do the rest of it, I guess, in smaller pieces, or I'll never get it over my head and get it nailed or screwed into place. But anyway, one down, more to go. Well, there's the back wall complete. I say complete, I still have to put more screws in it. The pieces of plywood are just basically tacked up there to make sure that they fit and whatever. Lunchtime, I broke down and ordered my baby chicks. I've been going to order from a place in Texas because they would ship small quantities. Well, last night reading in Backyard Poultry magazine, I found an ad for a company in Ohio that also ships small quantities, but they will ship both standard sized birds and bantams. So I've called them and placed an order. 6 large brown egg laying hens. The varieties are up to them. I took an assortment, so in the 6 birds they guarantee there'll be 5 different varieties of hens, and an assortment of 9 bantams, and those are straight runs, so you have no idea how many cockerels and how many pullets you'll get. But altogether 15 birds. They'll hatch on May 23rd, and I should have them by the latest be May 25th, hopefully. And I guess I should be ready then. That's over a month from now, and I'm coming right along with this little project. I've kind of lost track of the days. I think this is day 6. Anyway, I had another day off yesterday. It rained. It was a miserable day most of the day. So I went to St. Stephen, did some shopping, but back at it today. Hope to get the last wall sheathed and quite possibly get the roof sheathed in today, assuming that I have enough plywood left. I'm beginning to get skeptical that I might have made some wrong cuts somewhere and need another sheet of plywood. Well, there's the final wall mostly sheathed in. I need to put one more piece at the top, and then of course the door will be added later. But it certainly made the building much more rigid. Now that all 4 walls are sheathed, you shake it and it's just as solid as can be. So hopefully that's a good sign. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a mixture of snow and rain coming down now and quite a bit of wind, so I guess I'm calling it a day. But I did manage to get the front wall finished. I put one piece on the roof just to stabilize the trusses, and the pieces that join the trusses together inside, I've done that. So next step, I guess, is to finish the roof. The snowstorm doesn't amount to much. I think I'll go to the building supply store in Machias now and order my shingles for the roof. Well, it's Good Friday, a nice sunny day, and I'm putting the boards on the roof. I say boards, it's plywood, but to make it easier for me to get it up there by myself, I've cut it into strips and put it up like you would if it was boards. I can handle them much easier that way. I can't imagine being able to get a 4x8 sheet of plywood up there all by myself. Anyway, one side of the roof is done. I'm just about to start on the other side. And my shingles and drip edge and the tarred paper and whatever for the roof were just delivered. So I can do that, I guess, early next week. Well, I have all of the plywood up. The roof is covered and all the walls are done. I think what I'll do now is paint all the outside walls. There has to be fascia boards and corner boards and battens over the seams go on yet, but I thought I'd make a lot less mess if I painted the main part of the building first, so I think that's what I'll do. Then I can paint the trim and fascia boards before I put them up, and won't have to worry about getting white on the red or red on the white. The building's going to be red with white trim, so next step is to get out a paint roller, I guess. Well, I don't think that looks too bad. Look a lot better when I get the corner boards and fascia and other trim on there, but the front wall where the door is has had 2 coats, and the side wall that you can see has only had 1. I've still got some paint left, but I think I'm going to need another couple of quarts so I can give everything 2 coats. But it's a nice color, I think. Bright red.